All right, so we're gathered here today to explore some options on more eco-friendly transportation here in Dallas, since we all know it's obviously not that great. I've asked y'all all to prepare some ideas for me, and we're going to be listening to each person's pitch and pick the best one. Would anyone like to go first?
I have a solution. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is objectively, I think.
Okay, does anyone have any options we can actually use? I have a solution. So, our solution to making Dallas a more eco-friendly city is to expand the DART bus stops. This will allow for the allocation of funding to become more uniform. Accessibility to public transportation will increase and allow for a more walkable public space to get to these stops, thus decreasing the use of independent vehicles. The functionalities of the DART buses will also start to gain more recognition and allow for the city to go forward with its agenda of becoming an eco-friendly city. So allow us to explain how our funding will lead to a greener city to provide for its citizens.
Expanding the DART bus system would also help with brand recognition and popularity for DART. Boosting brand recognition is essential for DART because it allows for competition against private transportation companies such as Uber and Lyft. According to the DART reference books published between April 2012 and March 2021, DART bus ridership fell nearly 30% between fiscal year 2009 and fiscal year 2018. In fiscal year 2020, DART bus ridership was only 27.7 million people. Although COVID-19 and the ongoing pandemic certainly played a role in this all-time low bus ridership for DART, fiscal year 2020 still continues the declining trend in DART bus ridership. In stark contrast, Uber and other private transportation companies have seen ridership increasing each year, and this also includes the pandemic period. In order for the DART bus system to compete with Uber, it must not only expand its services and functionalities, but also boost brand recognition and popularity through incentivizing the DART bus system. Incentivizing the DART bus system will help to draw more customers towards DART's many services and functionalities. Some examples of incentivizing the DART bus system could be giving free rides to customers who have ridden DART buses for an N number of times, offering a variety of subscription plans to returning customers, and providing a weekly rewards program for DART bus customers, which can be similar to the deals provided by T-Mobile Tuesdays. Next, we will be discussing the public safety in Dallas.
These are the reasons that we think our solution will improve public safety for pedestrians along roadsides. By repairing the allocation of funding and resources throughout the DART bus system, travel becomes safer and smarter due to the decrease of pedestrians on the limited sidewalks as a result of the increase in availability of public transportation. Not only will this solution make travel by foot and by bike easier for pedestrians, but it will also make travel smarter. By expanding these bus systems, long-distance commutes will become much easier for citizens throughout Dallas. Generally, because Dallas is such a large area with many commuters for the majority of its large corporations and businesses, people come from even outside of Dallas to do their job. For these commuters, it is simply unreasonable to expect anything less than a reliable transportation system. Additionally, walking or biking these long distances also seems to be an unreasonable option as opposed to other options such as public transportation.
The DART system is perhaps easily the most affordable mode of transportation in the Dallas area metroplex. With one $2 to $4 pass, you can get access to multiple modes of transportation offered by the DART, such as the bus, train, streetcar, etc. And this easily compares better to an Uber or Lyft, which you have to pay for each individual specific ride, and is probably over 5 times as much more money. So that easily makes the Dart the most affordable and easier to choose option. With all these resources to travel at one's disposal, it would make sense for Dart to become more accessible. However, Dart has actually removed bus stops to make routes more quicker and convenient. Additionally, Dart has implemented new train systems, streetcars, and actual green battery-powered buses. However, they've only affected or been introduced to the area of downtown Dallas. The streetcar, which stretches about 2 to 3 miles from the Bishop Arts District to a corner of downtown Dallas, has actually shown a very low ridership, which makes it a joke to Dallas Council when reviewing budgets for transportation and etc. This could have easily been used to improve train systems or even provide other Dallas areas with clean energy buses, instead of keeping it exclusive to downtown, which is such a small portion of the Metroplex anyways.
According to DART, there's just 9 stops total going to Northwest Plano and Legacy West on bus route 208, Plano being one of Dallas's most populated suburbs. This speaks volumes about how there's a lack of public transportation and an inefficient system in place for one of Dallas's booming suburbs, and yet again reinforcing the resource deficits of Dallas's transportation set. For instance, there's been a rise in the employed population numbers of 1.33% from 2019 to 2020 in Dallas. Since there are parts of Dallas' suburbs that don't have access to a DART bus stop besides by driving to one, conflicts with accessibility have led to the citizens to rely on their own independent vehicles to get from their suburbs to urban parts of Dallas. By expanding and increasing the placement of the bus stops incorporated on the routes already established by DART, this will lead to more suburban citizens having access to public transportation. It will also lead to less gas emissions and rather use the energy-efficient buses of DART that use 8.7% less energy per passenger mile than a typical car, according to DART. In this solution, Dallas will also be able to gain recognition as a sustainable city, as it will start cutting down on unnecessary gas emissions as well as monetary resources. The city will begin to become more highly reliant on more energy-efficient forms of transportation. The city would see an inevitable increase in ridership due to incentives once bus stops are incorporated in cities that currently rely highly on independent transportation. So, our solution for an expanded DART bus system will allow for the citizens of Dallas to have more collective and efficient forms of public transportation. Additionally, Dallas will have more abilities to provide expansive transportation resources to the citizens of Dallas while they live in a potential green city.